Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is my 36-week pregnancy update. I'm very proud, very excited.
Well, the moment you felt you could start over new was the same that you realized the stories were true. You opened your eyes and the world you could see wasn't dim, it was brighter. You'd have to agree. Oh, now your fears are gone. They were buried with the dawn. And oh, now you feel alive for the very first time. Oh, now your fears are gone. They were buried with the dawn. And oh, now you feel alive for the first time. Not hold me yet. Not hold me yet. No, you're not home yet. No, not home. But you finally found the way.
We are over the hump. We are full term. And although I don't want this baby until December, preferably, we are safe any day at this point, which makes me feel very good. I think I mentioned last week that the baby has settled very low into my pelvis. If I didn't, that has continued. I can just feel a lot more pressure in my pelvis, specifically on my pubic bone, and then my hips and the joints in my hips. What are those? Your hip flexor? Those are muscles. Hip flexor muscles. The joints in my hips. Are your hips just joints? I don't know. Anyway, those have, there's been a lot of pain and everything. Getting up after a long day or in the morning is just a process. I also feel it in my low back as well. The chiropractor more consistently has helped some, but it's just the weight of the baby sitting down there. I remember it from Gabriel. It's just not fun, you know? The baby is the size of a head of romaine lettuce, which I feel like is a really weird comparison. Not that any of the food ones aren't weird. We're doing pretty good. I'm a little bit tired today specifically because we had a long night. The past couple of nights I've been getting up at like 4 in the morning-ish, just with a lot of pain. The first night it was just like a really sharp random pain, and then I had to go to the bathroom and it took me a little while to fall back asleep, but I did eventually. And last night it was just achy pain, and then my son woke up and there was a lot going on. But getting comfortable in bed, it's a process, but it's nice to lay down, so can't complain. I am hopefully going to be going to pick up a grocery order later today. I also have a midwife appointment at like 4 almost. And then we'll see how everything is going. So far, from what I can tell, I don't have like any abnormal swelling like I did last time, which is super nice. So we're just hoping to keep that up. Some of those issues that I was having last week with not only like the anxiety issues, but also like the pain issues have gone away since the baby like settled. There's less of that upper quadrant pain and things like that. I have a little bit less like heartburn, which I would have a little bit more frequently, but not anything too bad. I feel it a lot more in my hips, which as long as I'm not trying to like actively walk somewhere is fine, versus just kind of feeling sick. The one thing that I've noticed the past couple of days as well is that I've gotten really like randomly drained. So like I'll like at certain points I'll just all of a sudden feel totally 100% depleted. And then I'll be like, I can't do it anymore. I gotta go to bed. And rest for like 20 minutes, and then I feel fine. Oh. Not great, but fine. Baby still moves a ton. And we get our kick count in like 10 minutes. I think I'm at like 162 pounds. That's what I weighed myself at this morning, and I have been for the past like week or so. And it's like right up in the 160s. So I just ordered groceries and then I've got like 4 places to go. I need to pick up a couple of, one is a gift, a couple of practical items, some of them baby related, and then like I had Gregory mess around with the video camera that I'm going to be using and that I bought forever ago with the intent of vlogging with it, and then I just had so many issues with the SD card that I had purchased, and it was a whole process that I just didn't ever get there. But I want it for labor, so I'm going to go pick up an SD card because I was going to order one on Amazon, but the problem is the size that I wanted for the type that I wanted is cheaper, I think, according to what Gregory said yesterday, at Best Buy than it is on Amazon for the size that I want, and it's only like $3 more than half the size. So I was like, I'm gonna get the bigger one. I was gonna get 2 anyway, so I might end up getting 2. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not gonna attempt to test it out until birth, in terms of like I don't want to use up any space on my camera, just make sure that it works in my own like time. But then after the baby is born, I'm hoping to be able to switch over to that for content and stuff like that, which should be fun. And postpartum updates, at the very least, I hope to have on there. As long as the process is fairly simple and getting it to my computer is fairly simple, because that's my other concern. I am a little bit more tired lately, but I don't know if it's just like the week that I had, and like I need more food or what. I don't know what it is, or if it's like all the projects that are in my head, or if it's just afternoon slump and I should like take a short nap, but I want to go and run these errands before my appointment. I don't know. I'm not totally sure. I'm not entirely sure about anything at this point, and just trying to get things done one day at a time, one thing at a time. I have been keeping up pretty well at my videos and my pictures and everything like that, and I can't wait to post them. I think today I'm going to do a little post about being 36 weeks because it's really exciting. I finally decided on my after labor meal. I'm going to do crock pot meatballs, like pre-cooked meatballs that'll just be cold and not frozen necessarily. So like freeze them, take them out when I'm feeling whatever as like a distraction thing, put them in the fridge. If I don't end up going into labor, put them back in the freezer, you know, that kind of stuff. I have like this whole list of stuff to do. I've got so many pies to make this week. I'm very excited about it, don't get me wrong, but I've got so many pies to make. It is absolutely crazy. I've also been trying to like get a bunch of stuff like organized in my brain, and like I have all of these things. It's crazy. It's crazy. There's a ridiculous amount of stuff that I have to do. And I think my last day at work will be Friday. It is Black Friday, and it should be interesting. It's supposed to be really busy. We're doing like a potluck, so since I'm making a bunch of pies, I was like, I may as well just make one more pie, like no big deal. And we'll see. I returned a bunch of costumes this morning for the show. Well, all of the costumes. And that was really nice because I was like, that's just one last thing on my plate, and then we'll have our meeting tonight, get everything set up for next quarter, so I don't have to think about like theater stuff again until I am at our next meeting. One thing that I'm doing at some point soon here, depends when I have time to actually do it, is make a bunch of freezer meals. Arguably I should have done this already, but things were busy. Mentally, I am feeling better with things slowing down, but also having all of these like nesting projects that I can finally be like, yes, I can do these things. So I'm just trying to like actually do them, and sometimes that's honestly kind of difficult. Granted, it's only been like 2 days of time to be able to do them, so it's really not a fair comparison, but things like, you know, our photos for our Christmas cards that we're sending out, like I got those, and I'm gonna write out all the Christmas cards and stuff like that. I just have been able to do. So what I think that I have left to do today, obviously I have to pick up my groceries later, I've got my appointment, and I've got like 2 errands to run, so I think that unless my husband, basically I have to be back here by 3:15, 3:30, somewhere right in that time. So I'm going to run to as many places as I can and then get as much done as I can and then come home, go to my appointment. On the way back, maybe stop at a place or two, wherever I didn't get a chance to go, and then call it good until I gotta go pick up my groceries, and then I've got a meeting tonight, and then my crazy day is over. So then I'm hoping that most of like my projects and things that I want to do, I can take care of at home, which a lot of them I can, but I need something, outside of home in order to do it, like groceries or food or whatever. And I'm just trying to pace myself and like one thing at a time instead of 20 of them all at once. And I've got appointments every week now until the baby is born, so there's still that going on, but it's just trying to organize what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it so that hopefully I only have like 1 or 2 days where I have to go out every week, and then the rest of the days I can be at home, do my stuff, in the evening get stuff done, have just like the evening with my family, get ready for the holidays, enjoy that stuff, and call it good. So that's about where we're at. Let's check out the bump. Full term, 36 weeks. Woo! Really feel it. I've been making sure to wear my belly band to work, which has helped a lot. I don't feel huge. I feel bigger than I did at this stage with Gabriel. I feel like I'm like 2 weeks bigger than I was with Gabriel, but I'm measuring right on track, so everything's fine. I just feel like it, / feel like that's what I look like. Otherwise, I feel good. It's just weird because it's like there are times where you feel huge, but at the same time you're like, I don't know if any other pregnant women feel that way, but I'm kind of like, I expect it to be bigger, but at the same time not, because the last time I wasn't that big, so I didn't expect much more this time. I just expected to show earlier, which I personally feel like I did, and to feel kicks earlier, which I also did, which I think was partially the baby, and not so much that it was my second. So that's the update. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and celebrate with me that we are 36 weeks, because it is amazing. Thank you for being here. I love you so much, and we'll see you next time.
Love, Genevieve.